It was maybe 5 years ago that we went and visited John Wick. And he told us that the way that we manage plants and could actually draw carbon out of the air and rebuild carbon in the soil.
Life comes from life, and ultimately we build healthy soils from which we create abundant food, fuel, fiber, and flora, while also creating conditions for more of that to be produced. It's a pretty cool thing.
And I remember we were leaving the ranch and Anthony said, well, I'm glad climate change is solved.
We started Zero Foodprint in 2015 to help restaurants become part of the solution to the climate crisis. You know, there's basically like unhealthy soil, subsidies for bad farming, but what's amazing is that we can actually solve the whole problem and create better food in the process.
We have two ways for restaurants to be members. One way is to add a 1% charge that diners contribute that goes into healthy soil projects.
Or they can contribute going carbon neutral. So far, the restaurants have helped take as much carbon out of the atmosphere as not burning 2 million gallons of gas.
When we first joined Zero Foodprint, we were kind of given two paths that we could take, and we actually decided to do both of them. It's easy to be sustainable, but for us, it was more about how can we be renewable? So we're not just trying to conserve, but we're trying to regenerate.
The problem is that the current food system and food economy doesn't really allow farmers to like charge an extra $1 just because they planted a bunch of trees or cover crops. Zero Foodprint is helping to provide those grants to farmers so they can take carbon out of the atmosphere and benefit all of us.
I think the grants from Zero Foodprint allow farmers to make some choices that they ordinarily wouldn't be able to make. We found that we were offsetting carbon emissions of about 5,000 cars a year. It was about an acre that we were able to do that on. Our family's 6 generations here now on the same farm. We need to farm with the far future in mind. It's really exciting to think that we're making positive change.
The food system is pretty f***ed up, but we can totally un*** it. In the US, the restaurant industry is $863 billion. So if every restaurant were sending 1% back, that would provide $8 billion a year to help farmers implement regenerative agriculture practices and really change the food system. And I think our whole theory of change is good food for good, that diners can go to a restaurant, have a great meal, seamless experience, and that just as part of that experience, 1% is going to help farmers reverse climate change and improve the food system.